guys, it's Hannah back with another video. So today we'll be talking about my wonderful horse back there with a great personality, I guess, as some people would say. So we'll be talking about how I got him. If you go back, there's a video that we took. What is it called? Let me go check. So, let me find it. It's taking a while for some reason. It's called I Love Him and I Will Always Love Him. And yeah, so it's basically explaining like why I had to put him down and stuff. But today we'll be talking about how I got him and then the whole story and everything. So, and I have pictures and I have this plaque. So we'll talk about how I got him. So she was teaching, but she was also like teaching on her level because she was learning. So it was okay, but like we got to the point where she wasn't really teaching me very much stuff. But I'm not gonna call names. I'm not gonna say very many names because yeah, but she's my pastor's wife, and we used to go to their house and I would ride all her horses and stuff. And I went to her house because we were having church at their house at the time. And I went to their house and we were having church, and well, a couple of days, I think it was like Friday, we went to her house and because I never knew who I was going to ride. And so she had me ride Poco, which was my horse's name. And I was like, okay, so it's quite fun, like, and everything. And on Sunday, after church, we were all in like this area, and then like Poco, well, the story was Poco got out, so I had to go run in and tell I guess I'll say her name. Her name was Miss Shannon. And I had to go tell her that Poco got out. And then we went outside to catch him and blah, 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 blah. And then this letter right here says, for Hannah, open now, soon, right away, bring treats. Like, okay, whatever. And then it said, dear Hannah, thank you for coming to ride me yesterday. Okay, I guess it was Saturday. I really liked you. Can I please come home with you? I want to be your horse. I think we will have lots of fun. Poco. P.S. I already asked Miss Shannon and she said it was okay with her. If you want me, please, pretty please, with the sugar on top and a cherry. And then I start bawling. Because, like, you know, I never, like, expected this. Start bawling my eyes out because I was so excited. And I ran over and gave Miss Shannon a big hug. And then I hugged Poco and, like, now. Then at this moment, he's my horse. But we kind of boarded. We didn't have to pay, but he stayed at Miss Shannon's house for, like, I think probably, like, 6 months or so. While we were getting the fence and stuff ready, and I would go over there and ride him, and then we went to a show, which you can see right there and right there. Those two pictures. or me at the show, and we got first place and second place. And it was a it wasn't it was an okay like show. He has tricks and he gets very nervous. Like if you ever heard like horses and people, like when they're together, if you're nervous, they're gonna be nervous. If you're scared, they're gonna be scared. So, because they match your heart rate with their heart rate and stuff. But he learns his house owners taught him tricks when he was in Texas, and so he knew tricks. And if you had a whip in a certain way, he would buck, rear, and then he had a couple other tricks, but you had to do it on the ground. But yeah, and it was like so like it was like he was like I was nervous, so he was nervous, and then it was just a big like deal and stuff. But he was like the cutest horse too at that show. I'm joking. But he probably in my opinion he was. But like and his color was green. Like bright green. When I say green, I mean like bright green. Like bright green. I'm trying to find something. That's like the color. Here, I found something. So I'll be right back. You see the color of this green right here? That's the color that his color was. So like because I used to ride Western. His saddle pad was green. He had green leg wraps. He had like a green halter. I got a green whip. Like I had everything green, and it was the cutest thing. But then a couple months went by, and then on another Sunday, because we had the fence already, so on the Sunday, we were at church, and we weren't at the house anymore because we moved to building, and which was really cool and everything. But we went, and she gave me a bucket, which is hot pink, by the way, like hot pink. And then I have leg wraps, like vet wraps that were hot pink with polka dots. So yeah, but so his colors were like teal, like a dark teal or blue, bright green, and hot pink. So yeah, it was a poem. And he was one of those horses that if you didn't know him, or even if you did know him, he was considered the bad horse. Like, and I was like, he's not a bad horse. He was a really good horse. It's just like other people that had experienced him, like, didn't like him, and like they called him a bad horse and stuff. But he was, I think he was 20 when he moved. No, he was 21 when he moved out here, and then when we had to put him down, he was 22. But this is the picture. One of my favorite pictures. He was doing his trick, and he was a Palomino quarter horse. And I loved him, and I still love him to this day, and I think I will always love him. But yes, he was the cutest horse, in my opinion, the cutest horse you would ever met, because, and like all my cousins loved him. Like that was like their thing. Like every time they came over, they had to go outside and pet the horses. Like, that was just our thing. So every time they came over, we would go over and pet the horses and love on them. And I had to feed them and stuff. But he was a cribber, which means he would bite down on something with his top teeth and suck in air and give himself a high, basically. Because, like, he would. So, yeah. And he was, like, an awesome horse. And I will always say that because he was. But he had some issues, and yeah. But here's me riding him bareback. As you can see, he was just a great horse. And here's me riding English. Oh, and that's my horse trainer, Miss Jess, that I still work with to this day. I bet you didn't know that. And here he is again. I don't like this picture, but like, yeah, because I don't like the way it was sitting. And then here he is again. He was just the sweetest horse. Like, he's considered a babysitter, because you could put on a little kid that's only like 1 or 2, and he would literally babysit them and teach them and stuff, which was really cool. He was such a good horse. To this day, I will always consider him my horse. Here is another picture. This was like probably the last picture we took with him before we had to put him down. And he loved water. Like, he loved water. So that was like our thing in the summertime. Like, I would always spray him with water. He just loved it. And I love him so much. And that's why I had to put him down. I wouldn't. If you look right there, that's his ribs. And it got worse and worse every day. He would colic every day. He would, which is basically where they get like their food stuck in their throat, and then their stomach flips, and so you have to like rub their food down and stuff, which isn't fun. But here's a picture of all my cousins and I feeding the horses, and then here's another picture with my little cousins petting Rebel, which is not Poco. Rebel was the horse that we had out in the pasture with Poco. They were besties. And the reason I put him down, and the reason I'm talking about this is because if you're going through this, or you have gone through this, I want to let people know that they're not the only one who goes through this. And I know it's a rough thing to do because you love them. And that's the reason you do it, is because you love them. And you just got to do it because you love them. And I loved him so much. So much. Like, that's what he looked like before. He got to the point where he wouldn't eat. All he wanted to do was crib. And cribbing's terrible for the horses. Terrible. And it got to the point where even his cribbing collar wasn't stopping him from cribbing. And it was just terrible. And I will never forget this. Like, you can see he's cribbing on his bowl. Like, that's how bad it got. And it got to the point where it wasn't good. But there he is again. I think this is probably a 1-2 time. But I don't normally talk about this, and I'm trying so hard not to cry. Here he is again. And the fencing we finally put down, and we gave it to our friends. Here he is, so dirty. Yeah. But I still, to this day, love him so, so, so much. Like, I will always love him. I'm trying to look to see if I can find my picture. I'm writing him my picture. There's Poco and Isaac, which I love this picture. Isaac's my brother, if you didn't know. There's me walking Poco. You can really see me, but yeah, there's me walking Poco around in the pasture. Here's him with his cribbing collar on. So that's basically a cribbing collar right there on his neck. It's supposed to keep it from doing it, but it didn't help at all. This is the first time I ever rode him and there's Isaac and I walking the horses. So yeah, those are my pictures, and this is something that I wanted to show because I know people go through this, and I know people who have gone through this, and I know how hard it is, and I know it, like, to people who have never gone through this, they don't exactly know how hard it is. But when you here's him when he was healthy, and then here's him like when he wasn't healthy. And like, by the way, that has a filter on it so it looks darker. Okay, here. This was March 1st, and this was February 6th. This was so blurry. I'm trying to find a picture to show you how bad it was. Okay, what's going on? But yeah, it got really bad. It's just a part of life. You gotta get used to it, and I don't want to get used to it, but sometimes it's better to get used to it than to not get used to it and then it happens to you again and again. And I'm not saying you'll never get sad or you'll never be like it's just something that will happen, and it's not because God did wanted to hurt you. It's because God saw a different plan and thought that it's better for him than it is for him to suffer. Um, and I will never forget the day that I put him down. That was probably the hardest moment of my life, physically and mentally. I loved him so much. So much. And I don't want to cry on this video, but obviously that's some other plan that happened. But I wanted to get this story out there because I know how people that I know people that go through this. It's not something funny or something easy to do. It's very difficult and very hard because you don't want to do it, but you know it's the best thing for the horse and your for your eyes. Like, I got to the point where I sat in my bedroom and didn't leave my bedroom even when I had to feed the horses. Like, I got to the point where my dad and my mom had to go out and feed the horses because I couldn't physically do it. It got that bad. And then I finally got up one day and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go out there. And then that day that I went out and I helped my mom feed the horses, he colicked so bad. I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically where they colic so bad that food's coming out of their nose. And it's the hardest thing to see. And it wasn't pretty at all. It wasn't good. And one of our friends, she had to come out and help us because of what was going on. And her horse did the same thing. And we had to put him down that day. And all I could think about was that I was going to have to put him down. And I was so scared. And a week later, we had to put him down. And that's so hard. The day that we put him down was September 20, in the 20s. Around the 20, I think it was the second to last week of September. And that was the hardest day ever. I didn't want to do anything. All I wanted to do was go home and cry. And I remember my outfit. I wore my muck boots that have polka dots on them. I still have those boots to this day. I wore black tights that were like capri that were see-through, which was, I didn't know they were see-through. And I wore a purple shirt, a dark purple shirt. Yeah. So anyways, I know this is a sad video and I don't like posting sad content, but next video will be a whole lot better. So anyways, and I'm sorry this video is so long, but anyways, bye all. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, thumbs up this video, and comment something that you've gone through that's hard, or something that you've gone through with an animal, or even if it was a horse or dog or anything, comment down below, and maybe, or if you're getting ready to go through something hard, maybe I can help you. So, bye y'all.